Hey, this is your friend and certified public accountant, Ray Wilburn, and I'm here to talk to you today about self-employment. Who's considered self-employed? Well, let's look at the IRS's definition of self-employed. You are self-employed if either of the following applies to you. You carry on a trade or business as a sole proprietor, or you are a member of a partnership or limited liability company that files a Form 1065 each year for your trade or business. Also, you're self-employed if you have a part-time business in addition to your regular job. Then it goes into what's an independent contractor. The general rule for an independent contractor is that you are a person. You're an independent contractor if the person for whom you perform services has the right to control or direct the result of your work. So, for example, if you're a lawyer, your client essentially has control of the end result of your work to get them out of something or to draft them a contract. They don't have any control of how you do it, but they have control over the outcome of what you do. So you're an independent contractor. And what does that mean? Really nothing. Because it goes on to say, the IRS then goes on to say, you have to pay self-employment tax as well. So what does this mean to you? What this means is, if you're self-employed, you are not the same as Joe and Jane taxpayer. You have to file things like estimated tax if you're profitable. There are things that you have to do. In addition, you have to pay self-employment tax. There's extra things that you have to do, and at the same time, there are more things that that you can basically use to offset your income. So you have to file a Schedule C in addition to your 1040, and all that is like a profit and loss statement for your business. I'm very oversimplifying. So if you feel that based on those definitions, you're self-employed, you probably, I would recommend for you definitely want to use the help of a certified public accountant. And the reason I say that is, if you're self-employed, you have to do your Schedule C. That's not that hard. You could do that with TurboTax. If you're self-employed and married, you're self-employed and married and have property, you're self-employed and divorced, you're self-employed with kids, you're self-employed with multiple properties that are used for your business, some are not, then you start to get very complicated. And TurboTax is good, and I recommend TurboTax for people that have very simple returns. But for you, the more complex your return is, the more you want to seek the advice of somebody who knows a thing or two about a thing or two in filing your taxes properly. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but action adventure hero Wesley Snipes cannot mess with the IRS. So that means you and we can't mess with the IRS. The IRS is one of the few government bodies that can seize your stuff before you go to court. Seize bank accounts, seize your things if you don't pay the money that they owe. So I don't say this to scare you, but I say these are things that you need to know. And luckily for you, you have a friend and a CPA that is willing to talk to you. So use my emails at the end of this email to contact me. Either tweet me, email me at Gmail, email me at raywilburn@kw.com, and I will absolutely answer to the best of my ability any of your questions that I can. So again, if you're self-employed, if essentially somebody else doesn't sign your paycheck, if you are the CEO of the company that signs your paycheck essentially, or you don't get a paycheck, you basically get to spend the company's money, you're self-employed. I mean, it's pretty much that simple. And if you're not self-employed, let's say you're a CPA, you're a lawyer, you're an independent contractor, well, guess what? You got to do self-employment taxes as well. If you have a partnership, if you have a sole proprietorship, and in some cases, if you have a small corporation, you're still self-employed. So if you fit that criteria, I recommend that you seek guidance from a certified public accountant like myself. And why not let it be myself? So give me a call, email me, or whatever, and I will be getting at you soon. Stay safe out there. This is your friend and certified public accountant.